basic networking. So another Dinesh also came. So here, first of all, definitions of network is important. So what is network? What is networking? Okay, like that. So we'll see what is a network. Okay, Laila Babu also came. Okay, good. Okay, so here it is. Interconnection of two or more devices is called a network. So what is this? Interconnection of two or more devices. Okay, so I have a computers or a laptops or a mobile phones like that. So we are connecting the devices either directly or through the switches we can connect. So the connection of two or more devices we call it as a network. Connection of two or more devices called a network, but it is saying interconnection. Okay. Next, communication between two or more interconnected devices called a networking. So, what is a network and what is networking? If these devices, for example, A, B, C, D, if they are communicating each other, if they are communicating each other, so that we call it as a networking. I have a laptop or a desktop, they are connected, but they are not communicating. We cannot able to communicate. Just connected. It means it's a only network, but not networking. But if they can able to communicate by using certain protocols and port numbers or maybe an address, we call that way as a networking. An internetwork is a connection of two or more networks. Internetwork is a connection of two or more networks. Very simply say, I have another network. Okay, I have another network. So they are communicating each other. So this is a one network, that is another network. But when you are connecting this network to that network, that is called a internetwork. So when you are connecting like this, that is called a internetwork. If you make a communication between this network to that network, when you make a communication between this network to this network, that is called a internetworking. That is called a internetworking. Hmm. The interconnection of two or more devices is called a network. Communication between two or more interconnecting devices is called a networking. A internet work is a connection of two or more networks, and internetworking means communication between different networks. Okay. Next. Next one is type of networks. Next one is type of networks. What is this type of networks? For okay. What is the type of network? LAN, CAN, MAN, and WAN. Actually, there's a only main two types. Is one is a LAN and WAN type only. Okay. But what is the LAN? Anybody? Local
Local area
area
network.
network. Very good. Campus. Metropolitan Area Network. Wide area network. Okay, these are the abbreviations. Normally, there is a different ways are there, but we can say like a geographical way we can able to tell this thing. So what is a LAN? So we tell LAN is simply like connecting a devices, connection of a devices in within a room, or it can be a floor or a building. Okay, so that we have a devices are connected in a room. For example, I have a room, the room having so many computers, laptops, like that. We have a devices in that room, or maybe this also we call it as a LAN. Maybe I have a floor, and floor having a 4 5 rooms are there, so there are also having a so many computers, right? So now the size of the computers are changed, number of computers, network is changed, but still it is called as a LAN only. For example, this is a switch and we are connecting all the devices to it. So this is a single LAN. And in another room, you have a computers, all are connected to a switch, and we created another LAN. But whenever you want to connect these two LANs together like this, then it become one single LAN again. One single LAN again, not two LANs now. Earlier, before connecting, it is two LANs. Now it is a single LAN only. So that is also single LAN. So either it is can be a room or can be a floor, and the entire building means like this. You have a lot of in the entire your building. You have a lot of computers. That are connected each other, and they can communicate each other. So that is also geographically say LAN communication. Okay. Next. Next one is a CAN. CAN. Next one is a CEN. Campus area network. So what is this campus area network? I have a building. So the with it building contains several floors. Floors are there. Okay. Building contain several floors are there. So there are like this: first floor, second floor, third floor, fifth floor, sixth floor. Okay, the building contains several floors are there. Now, so if I have a devices in these floors and we connected it each other, so what we call that one? Either it can be a room or a floor or can be entire this building. So what we call that one? LAN only, right? For example, this is if you go to universities, you will see that one. This is a engineering department. Okay, in engineering and this ECE department. Okay, this is a mechanical department. This is CSC department. This is arts department. This is science department. Maybe it is some um, administrative building. Each one is a individual LAN networks only, but it is not a wide area network or a internet connection. Each building has a individual LAN only, like a CSE department, mechanical department, Okay, arts department and science department. Okay, this is a administration office, main admin principal office. So they want to communicate each other. So they want to communicate like to each other. Okay, okay. There are individual lands. They want to communicate each other. So how they will communicate? So when you make a communication between these individual buildings, single lands into make it as a single area network. This entire buildings are you make a communication. So this is a based on a geographical space. We call that one as a CAN. You can call it as a CAN. Okay, campus area network. 1 second, guys. Someone can. Yes, yes. Okay, so this is called a campus area network. So what is a campus area network? Within a campus. Campus area network means within a campus. For example, you went to a Tech Mahindra. So Tech Mahindra, different buildings are there. If you go with the campus of Tech Mahindra or a Techem, what are the so TCS. So you can see like a campus, like a main offices are there, different training departments are different, development support, like everything is separate parties there. So this is so different campuses, different buildings. Okay, so within the campus only, it's not outside of the campus. You are communicating, your communication range is within the campus. So one building to another building. That very simple, like this. Next, metropolitan. Better to check the spellings once again. Metropolitan, is it correct only? Tan 10, that's the only difference. Metropolitan area network. What is a man? Okay, so here it is. Look at this metropolitan area network. This is a department. For example, it is a hospital. It is a hospital. This is a hospital. Okay, maybe there is a police station. Okay, and maybe there is a fire station, and there is a mayor office. There is some forest department, maybe road department, or maybe construction department. There's a several departments in the city, right? So what they will do, so they are connecting each other like this. Okay, they are connected. They can are communicating together. Actually, you have to give in a this way, like this. But you like a central communication kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll try that one. Otherwise, okay. Okay, so different kind of departments. Okay, different kind of departments are there in our cities. Okay, so for example, um, there is a road accident, so immediately we have to call to the ambulance, and the same call will same information go to police. And maybe there is a roadblock is occurred, so immediately traffic police also respond. And there is a document required by uh, based on that incident to the mayor office, immediately they will get it. So by connecting different departments within the city, by connecting different departments within the city, so the communication between all these departments make more better to work easily. Okay, so that is metropolitan area network. So the range is within the city range only. Okay, so between communication between communication between communication between different departments departments. Okay, so next is a wide area network. So wide area network means it is no range, it is no, not a within, it is across, it is across uh, a continent to continent. Okay, or we can say country to country, like this. VSNL kind of stuff, Videsi Sanchar Nigam Limited kind of stuff. But WAN is a wide area network. It is actually when you come to the WAN, so WAN is wide area network means it is a network of network. It means connection of one network to another network. Geographical location communication. So actually communication between communication between two or more geographical location. So two different. Okay. For example, um, our Savantis in, for example, in Hyderabad. Okay. So in Hyderabad we have a office. Pune we have a small office. We don't have a servers kind of stuff there. Only training part only. But in Hyderabad, servers, routers, switches, all kind of stuff is there. Chennai, we don't have Chennai. So Bangalore, Noida is there. In a New Jersey, Exton, New Jersey, and in a Exton also, means in US also we have offices. Sri Lanka also we have offices. Okay, see here it is. So I have a server here, and there is a server here. They want to sync each other. So what are the data I put it in this server? It must be shown in this server. How to sync it? Okay, so I have a my server here. I want to access from Hyderabad. How to access? Both are in a geographically very distant. So how they will access? Through WAN connectivity. Usually say WAN means it's a kind of internet connections only. Okay, internet is also same abbreviation, you will get it, right? So like that only you will get it. Okay, so communication across the continent, country to country, whatever it you say, so do different geographical locations. So usually like this is my head office. Okay, this is my India, one of the corporate office, or maybe this is a corporate building. Okay, this is the head office. Anything, just you can put it. Okay, so that is a wide area network. Okay, so what is a wide area? So different organizations, so organization, different type of places it is there. Now I'm accessing a gmail.com, facebook.com, or I'm accessing youtube.com. So all these things are wide area network access only. It is not in my city, right? So youtube is not in my city. um, Google is in a Gmail account is not in my building, right? So it is in a some way different. So how we are accessing using wide area network. So it's a concept type of networks only. That's it. Don't worry. Next, these are the basic requirements of to create a network. There is a lot of other meanings of LAN and WAN is there other than a geographical. Normally, people call in a way of a geographical manner, but exactly say no. From my home to next building, I can create a WAN network also. From my room to next room, I can create a WAN network. Within a room also, you can create a WAN network. It is depends upon how you managing the network. That's the thing. Okay. So local area network means within your room, like you connect a PCs to the switch, that is called a simple LAN network. If you want to make a communication between one LAN to another LAN network through some protocol, so using a WAN protocol, that is called a WAN network. So again, I will tell simple. Remember, guys, this is a simply a switch or a hub. Okay, it is a device to connect your computers or a laptops, whatever the name you put it. So this is a very simple device. Okay, and these are all connected like this. All our computer laptops are connected to this simple switch. Okay, so what is this? This is, we call it as a simple LAN network. Okay, and okay, I have a LAN, other LAN is there. If you connect it, because if it both are very near, so you can directly connect from here to here. So then it is become LAN network. Then it is become LAN network. But what I'm going to do is, I use a router. I use a router to connect these things. Okay, this router is a default gateway of this network, and this router is a default gateway of this network. See, whenever you want to communicate from here, here, or here to outside of the network, you should communicate through switch to this router only. So then only you can go outside. Same goes if you want to communicate outside, you have to communicate from it. So this point we call it as a default gateway. This is the default gateway. So we'll go back to that one point again. Don't worry. So whatever it is, when I want to communicate from this network to this network, I use a WAN protocols, not LAN protocol. Just I use a WAN protocol. So I create a WAN connectivity between this network and that network. So both can be in the same room, same building, same campus, or maybe it is different places, or maybe same places, whatever it is. When I use a WAN protocol to make a connection between these two devices, obviously it is called a WAN connectivity. The connectivity we call it as WAN connectivity. What are those protocol? PPPP, point to point protocols. It's one of the protocol. SDLC, SDLC is another protocol. Frame relay, frame relay is another protocol. MPLS, MPLS. So using this protocol, you make a connection between one network to another network. So that is called a WAN network. Okay. It is not required to compulsory. You have to maintain a. It is not compulsory to maintain a distance from one network to another network to create a WAN. Okay. Geographically, it can be a near, or it can be a very far. But what is the point here? Point is how you connect, which protocol you use it to connect it. Okay, between two networks. So if you are using for a WAN protocol, it is a WAN network only. If you don't understand, no problem. LAN, understand guys? LAN, understand? At least this is a simple switch. You connect a device, your laptop or desktop to the switch, so they can communicate each other. Okay. If this LAN want to communicate other LAN, so we need a connection between them. So you can use direct connection if possible, or you can use WAN connectivity to communicate between this LAN to other LAN network. So that we call it as a WAN network. Next is basic requirements to form a network. What is a basic requirement? You have a laptop or a desktop or a mobile phone. So whatsoever it is, you need a interface to connect a network. Okay. So for example, this is the straight line represent a network, and this is your PC. You have a PC and there is a network, but you want to establish a connection. So compulsory there must be a device to connect from your PC to network, or a laptop to a network, or mobile phone to the network. So here we call this one as a NIC, network interface card. What is NIC? Network interface card. Okay, network interface card. What is the NIC? Network interface card, also called as LAN card. In a world style, we have everything same, right? So like this, this is, we call it as a LAN card, or Ethernet card, also called as Ethernet card, also called as Ethernet cards. So what is the what is the use of this one? To connect to the existing network. Of course, I said PC, but what about a laptop? Laptop also having a connection. If it is a wired connection, onboard NIC RJ45 connector, so through that one you are connecting. Same thing only. Here it is either external or onboard connector. Here in a laptop also onboard connector. If in case if you have a Wi-Fi facility, laptop having a Wi-Fi network is also there, so you can connect through Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi adapter is also NIC, network interface card. For example, you have a mobile phone. In mobile phone, you don't have wide connection, right? So compulsory you require a Wi-Fi router. Okay, we have a Wi-Fi router is there. So you have to connect to the LAN through the Wi-Fi router only. So your mobile phone also having a Wi-Fi connectivity. Through Wi-Fi, you are connecting to your Wi-Fi router. Through that one, so you are able to connect it to other devices. So you are communicating through Wi-Fi. So what is that Wi-Fi adapter? NIC only. So network interface card. As a world, that time only we have a wide connection kind of stuff. So that's why NNIC. Okay. And also we connect to create a LAN. So that's why we call that one as a LAN card or a Ethernet card. So that is about a NIC. Of course, few more details are there. So we'll go back to that. Media cables, we use a different type of cables to connect it. Of course, we can use Wi-Fi nowadays. Media cables type are a radio. So what is radio? Wireless means Wi-Fi type of connectivity you do it. Networking devices, so different devices to make a connection between the devices, right? So like hub, router, modem, switches, kind of stuff we use to make a communication between devices, and we use the different protocols like based on what is the communication, based on communication between two or more devices. So what is a communication? What is communication? We are communicating each other. So what is the meaning of communicating? I'm conveying a message about a subject and you are receiving it, right? So if you express a doubt or a question, so I have to understand and tell the proper answer, right? So that is like what we say communicating. So to that once we have to follow the certain protocols. Okay, so in general, like you can ask me any technical doubt, no problem. For a Sudeshna madam class, you have to ask communication skills question, related question. For Ravan sir or Ruxana madam, you have to ask about requirement and when this interview are there, when you are going to join or any issues were there. So to whom you are asking and what you are asking also important. To whom you are asking and what you are asking is important. For example, I have a web server and you requesting a web page, then it will give you web page. Like okay, so that is a protocol. Protocol means it's a set of rules as a textbook, but very simply my way, if you try to understand, this is simply is protocol means to whom you are asking and what you are asking and how that one will understand what you are asking also. Okay, so like you went to a grocery stores and asked for a vegetables, it is not good, right? So or you went for a vegetable shop and you ask for a something and he understand, you try to understand, you are asking about a vegetable, not about something else, right? So like that. So you went to the web server, ask for a web page. You went to a file server, ask for a download a file. You go to the VPN server, ask for a VPN connectivity. You go to the remote desktop server, ask a remote desktop service connectivity. You have to ask, right? So you reach the domain controller authentication server. So these are the things, protocol and port numbers. We'll see that one also. Next, logical addressing. Logical addressing means IP address. Logical address means IP address. What is IP address? It is just a address. That's it. For example, you call to someone by telephone. So you need a number to call, right? So that is like a identify a person or identify a server. Okay, by using IP address only. Okay, like you join a college, you will get a roll numbers. You'll get a roll numbers, right? So how why they will call with the roll numbers instead of name? Names are very big, and it will confuse. So go with the roll numbers. So our present option you will get it. Similarly here, so we assign an IP address to the devices, so then we can communicate with it very easily by using a IP address. We'll go to the one by one detail also. What is cable? What is NIC? All that kind of stuff also. Okay. Okay. This is about NIC devices, repeaters. Okay. Those related things. Topology is also there. Bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, star topology, kind of stuff. So, guys, what you will do? Already we started a late and we joined a late and we confused a late. Okay. So, what you will do? Take a break, bucket, 4:15 to 4:20. Okay. That is 4:15. I will be back at 4:15. So I will start at 4:20. Okay, everybody try to back at 4:15. And people, if you are disconnected, then compulsory connect it back at 4:20. So that is the main.